Hello, internets. We are back. Last time we discussed things we didn't like that you all like and explained why you're wrong about them.
Think about that.
Because opinions are objective after all.
Your opinion is wrong.
Yes. You are free to disagree. You are free to be wrong. So, in this video, we're going to flip the coin and talk about the things we like that no one else likes.
Right. I like things.
I had trouble with this list.
I know you did.
Making a list of things I don't like.
Super easy.
I had to par that down to 3. I had to listen pretty much everything in popular culture. I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And I had to really struggle.
Colors.
What? Yeah, colors. What's with colors, man? I had to cut that down to 3. Writing a list of things I like. Oh, that was hard.
It was really hard. Well, I
was struggling coming up with 3.
I have my finger on the pulse of society. So for me to find things that others don't like, because everyone wants to like what I like. That was what was hard.
I know. Every time I like something, everyone else has to like it, and it's just not cool.
Like, no, that was mine. Right, exactly. Like indie bands. No, I'm joking. I don't listen to music.
I was a hipster before it was cool.
That's right. I had a Beanie Baby long ago. Okay.
Are all of yours movies?
No. I did the same thing with my dislike. I have the same categories. There's no H in categories.
All of mine are movies or at least movie related.
Okay, here's the problem.
I'm boring.
Mm-hmm. Brother and I have not shared. That being said, I can guarantee...
Shared what's on our list.
Right,
well,
right.
Anything, really.
Right. I can't remember where I'm going with this statement. No, I can guarantee... I'm putting a bet out right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have the same something.
Okay.
That is my bet. Because mine's categorical, so I have to go in the same order. So there is a film on mine, and I can guarantee you have that film.
Okay.
Okay. That's my hypothesis. So let's start with my food, because food was the first thing on the last one.
Okay, so something you like that no one else does.
Unripened
Natto?
fruit.
Oh. So like super green bananas and
Yes.
little hard pears?
Yes. If you cannot cut your pears, peaches, nectarines with a knife and get the sound like an apple, it is not worth eating. Bananas, although I cannot eat them anymore for the potassium, need to be green. And fruits that cannot have said consistency need not be et. I like unripened fruit. Tomatoes are gross. They taste like snot.
Oh, they're
okay,
never
now
really hard,
here's the one caveat. I like berries. But they also should be on the they turned ripe an hour ago and now I'm eating them type of thing. Because I don't like I don't need them. Like, I want to actually be able to bite them.
Now, does that carry over into vegetables?
Yes, which is why it's hard for me to have olives and or mushrooms, because and I have to slice my avocados really thin and cook them on the bottom of the skillet so that they get crunchy.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a thing. I need a snap. Like, veggies are supposed to be that thing that, right? Like, that's a... Fruit and veggies, like, that's how you know you're eating. Like, I need that. I need it to be unripe.
Yeah,
So,
when I bite into a watermelon, I want to...
Well, you know what I like best about the watermelon? Is that green right next to because it has the rind, and then it has that little white right there, and then it has watermelon. I like that. Because which is why I like honeydew over cantaloupe, because it's a lot firmer. Shouldn't be pliable. Like, it shouldn't give when you touch it.
Well, what are your thoughts on Jell-O?
Yeah, not necessary. There's pig's feet in it. Read the ingredients. Let you know.
Bill Cosby, you lied to me. You never told me there was pig's feet in the Jell-O.
That's what gelatin's made out of.
Close.
You have to get kosher gelatin.
Then some yummy pig's feet.
Then you're going to be okay.
Okay.
Marshmallows are too. So yeah, fruit. Crunchy. Crunchy fruit.
Crunchy fruit.
I could really go for a nice hard peach right now.
What about, I could eat a nice hard peach all day.
Maybe I shouldn't have opted for that one.
What is that, Face Off? That's Nicolas Cage, isn't it? I think. Okay. What about dried fruit?
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's not. I don't actually. I like the chips better. If you're gonna do
dehydrated
the. If you're yeah.
All right. Hey, you know what movie I like that very few other people like?
Yes, I do.
It's not that one.
Oh, okay, good. Leave that one to the end so we can both talk about it.
I left that one off the list on purpose.
Because you knew I'd do it?
I figured it might be on your list. So.
You don't know what we're talking about yet because it's my third one. All right, which one?
Hudson Hawk.
I love Hudson Hawk.
Crap. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Love that one!
Yeah, I like that movie. Damn, I thought you might have gone with Kung Pao.
See, because I thought...
So you thought I might have
thought you'd go with Kung Pao,
so you
like...
picked Hudson Hawk. All right, well, you can talk about Hudson Hawk. I'll talk about Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which is a spoof of 70s Asian martial arts films,
So
mostly
good.
the Shaw Brothers type stuff. Stephen Odekirk basically edited himself into an old Shaw Brothers flick, and it's a spoof. There are approximately 7 people on Earth who like it, and I think that might include Stephen Odekirk. We're 2 of them, and most of the others are
our friends.
Yeah, like Robin and
McCarthy liked it.
And McCarthy, yeah. No one else liked this movie. Got critically panned. Everyone else thinks it's stupid, and I can totally see why. It is stupid, but I also find it hilarious because we'd wander around quoting the whole thing all the time.
To this day. Swinging a chain. Swinging a chain.
Our guys are, that's a lot of nuts! And then we die and laugh at people be like, going to the mall, I'd like a bag of German roasted nuts, please. And they'd be like, okay. Hand it to you. That's a lot of nuts!
We used to call Taco Bell product placement. We'd be like, let's go to product placement today. Taco Bell. Product placement, Taco Bell.
Yep.
In Charito.
Mucho burrito. Shall we recite the whole movie for you now?
We could.
You know, of course, none of them know what the hell you're talking about.
But they should.
Or they
That's
do,
the point.
and they're like, I get it. I just didn't like the movie. No one liked the movie.
It's so good, though.
So, Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
It's really good.
It's amazingly stupid, but really, really funny.
Yes. Yes.
To a select few. A select special few.
All 7 of us.
Still, it's one of those movies where some of the criticisms I didn't get. Because I read a lot of reviews, and some of the reviews were like, it's just horribly shot. I mean, the footage is grainy, there's a lot of frame skips.
They obviously didn't realize what he was doing.
Yeah, the dubbing doesn't line up, as Stephen Odekirk put it in one of his audio commentaries, could you any more not get it?
Yes. And that's exactly... Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like watching a Naked Gun film and say, well, that's not realistic.
Yes, thing.
Those are so good. We're actually... Hot Shots? Is that the one with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2.
Part 2 has been on, like, for a while, so we've been watching it. Like,
oh, what, on TV on rotations?
Yeah. So, every time it's on, we're like, yeah.
See, if you're young, you're probably used to the scary movie and date movie and epic movie and this movie and that movie, and they're all just roundly terrible and not funny at all.
Spoofs used to actually be...
The early Naked Gun films, the Airplane movie,
oh, yeah.
Hot Shots was funny. What's the one Val Kilmer was in? Top Secret. Those movies are hilarious, unless you don't find them funny.
If you're not with us, you're against us.
I'm not.
That's from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, it is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's one of those you're like, they're
We're not
hilarious
safe.
unless you don't find them funny.
We're not safe until his head is mounted on my wall. Sorry, I just like that line.
Okay. So should we talk about Hudson Hawk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Might as well. Hudson Hawk, and this is a thing, I think it's a good movie. I mean, I don't think it's like, oh, that was a good movie. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's clever, it's fun, it's well acted. But I mean, like, it's just a comedy spoof, but it got panned. And I don't understand it because we've watched it.
Was everyone in a bad mood that day? Did they not understand it was supposed to be funny?
I guess not, because I guess maybe they thought it was going to be serious or something, because I thought it was just so
Because, you know, the serious
clever.
dramatic actor, Bruce Willis.
Yeah. And Danny Aiello, like, they have to be... But I mean, come on, you have Sandra Bernhard in there, and she's, you know, Bunny, Ball Ball.
Oh, Bunny.
Oh, Bunny.
Ball Ball.
And, like, you know, who's the other... And Andy McDowell. But, like, it's just funny. And they time things based on song. Clever. I haven't seen that anywhere. And I think it's funny. I think it's clever. And I think it's one of those... We were talking the other day about movies that are very subtle. Like, you may have to watch it again and say, oh, that's really funny, because you will miss, like... It's those things that there's a few things going on, and... If you might not catch... I just think it's so good, and it got so critically panned.
It's unapologetically R-rated, too.
What?
Shh.
Oh.
Which I find kind of interesting for what is essentially a very silly comedy.
Yeah.
Because there's some heavier profanity, but it's also fairly violent in places. There's decapitation.
See, but maybe that's what... And I'm not... at all defending the people who don't like it.
But I still think it manages to maintain a consistent tone throughout
it does.
the movie.
I don't think that they're ever...
I don't think it has tonal whiplash.
No, it doesn't. I'm not like, oh, am I in a comedy or am I all of a sudden in like a war movie or something? No, it's constantly, because it's even like throwing the dog out the window is funny. Like, it's almost like in Anchorman, which you haven't seen, but when they kick the dog over the bridge... It's an obvious stuffed animal, and it's funny at that moment. Oh, ceiling cat. But, like, I like Hudson Hawk. I like it a lot, and I think it's funny, and it's just... He's trying to get a cappuccino. All he wants is a cappuccino.
See Hudson Hawk.
It's really funny.
It's funny.
And, you know, I think that it's a better... As much as I love Kung Pao, it's... it could be very universally accepted, although it wasn't. I'm sorry, Bruce. I thought you did a good job.
We like you, Bruce.
We like you.
Color of Night was crap, though. Mama's nodding. Whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Yes. Your next movie, please.
Yeah, this is not so much... this is... the ending of a movie ending.
Oh.
I was trying not to just list movies.
I'm very interested in this now.
Return of the King. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Third Lord of the Rings movie.
Which ending?
All of them. I like the multiple endings of Return of the King. That is, Return of the King, I think, won Best Picture.
Yes, it did. It won all 11 that it was up for,
yeah.
and I cried.
And deservedly so, and that's a lot of people's favorite of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Fellowship is mine, but most people really have a problem with the multiple endings of the film.
Yes, they do.
If you haven't seen the film, I'm going to spoil the hell out of it. So the bad guys are defeated. They go back to Minas Tirith, and they're having the big coronation ceremony, and they're like, king and queen, and no one bows to you, and da-da-da-da, and they pan out, and they fade to black, and people are like, okay, it's been 3 hours, I'm going to the bathroom, and it fades back in, like, oh, okay. And we're back in, I don't know, Rivendell or something like that, and, Frodo is getting well, and, Sam comes in, and everyone laughs, and, all our friends are together, except Boromir, who died.
In the first one.
Yeah, a couple movies back. And, oh, we're so happy together, and it fades to black, and like, okay, that was cute. It's like, and then it fades back, and it's like, oh, come on. And we're back at the Shire, and, Sam is
but first they have to go to the White Shores.
Yeah.
Before Sam goes to the Shire.
Do they? Okay, well,
yeah.
You have an ending at the Shire, and Sam gets married and has a bunch of kids, and everyone's happy, and they fade to black, and it's like, okay, and they fade up again, and then they're at the White Shores where Frodo's sailing off into oblivion. And it's like, oh my god. And a lot of people are like, I really gotta go to the bathroom. This movie's 3 hours and 15 minutes long. So the movie gets a lot of criticism for just not knowing when to end. It ends 16 times. It's not quite that many, but it has a bunch of... I
think 4-ish, but yeah.
But it does do that fade to black, and you're like, okay, credit. I wonder what the TV version is. Do they go to commercial at each one?
They better not. People won't, will change the channel.
Shut off their DVRs.
They're like, oh, it's over, great.
So people are like, it never ends. There's too many endings. Great movie, but a lot of people have a problem with multiple endings. I like the multiple endings. Because I feel after 10 hours of film, 10 hours of great film, it's earned all those endings.
Yeah.
And I want all those epilogues. I want to know, how everything wraps up in Minas Tirith, how everything wraps up in Rivendell, and how everything wraps up in the Shire, and where all of our characters end up. These are characters we've just spent the last 10 hours with.
Yeah.
I think they deserve their little codas, and I'm happy to watch them. So I like the endings of all the endings to Return of the King. So there.
That's actually very thoughtful because you're right. Lots of people can't stand that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
I mean, I understand your bladder's full and you really need to go to the bathroom, but... And, it's like, oh, I'm gonna burst. But, if you're watching at home, or if you went to the restroom before the movie started and didn't sit there with a 64-ounce thing of
I still
soda,
wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
We know me. I wouldn't make it.
Pea-sized bladder.
I know.
So...
I shouldn't be smiling at that. I'm like, I know! Wait.
Rock on with my tiny bladder.
That's right! That's weird.
My bladder's smaller than yours.
My bladder's so small, Hold on, right back.
Alright.
Okay, my final one just actually highlights how boring I truly am. They probably are like, I got the finger on the pulse of society. No, I'm pretty boring. I like radio commercials. I will...
Oh, they're playing music. Flip, flip, flip.
I do! It's not that I don't like music.
I don't.
Right. But it's that there's more music I don't like. Mm. So, if I'm listening to a radio station, I will switch it. Because most people, when it goes to commercials, they switch to a song. Me, when it plays a song that I don't like, I will just switch the station. And if it comes in clear, I don't care if it's on a song or a commercial. And, I find myself listening to commercials, which is why I normally have ESPN radio on. Because it's just talking. Hmm. Just talk to me. I don't, I find, I don't know if it's my, and I'll stop on commercials, as I go through my preset stations.
I love this Geico commercial.
I'm like, it's not offensive. I'm like, Nicki Minaj, no. Geico, not offensive. I can deal with it. But it's I do. And it's, people in the car. And then when, I said it the other day, I was like, wow, there's a lot of songs on this station. And where are my commercials? I want my... I think it's because when I drive, we know that I'm not a good driver. I'm a very scared driver. And so I need to really focus. And so if I'm listening to music and I start, boogieing out or something like that, you can't do that to, Human to Garrett. You can focus on the road and then every now and then,
Every kiss begins with K. Oh, it's over now. Okay.
Exactly. So for me, when I'm driving, I find it a lot more just I can focus better. I don't know. I don't mind.
She tried
it.
to do the Gangnam Style dance on the I-5 while behind the wheel.
Yes.
Good things do not come from that.
No. I have never. Have I driven on the 5?
It's in California, so probably not.
No, I know, but I wonder if the last time I was in California, did I have a license?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I got my license in 06. In 06?
Who cares?
I don't know. So yeah, I like commercials. They don't bother me. And most people will change the channel, even on a station that they know that they like. People will be like, I won't sit through the commercials. Me, we're good.
Hell, I don't even turn on the radio.
Well, no, that's true.
I'm fine with driving in dead silence. Like, how can you do that?
See, but I can't do that because my thoughts then, I would start, like, going...
Panic, oh, there's other cars around that!
I need a distraction.
Yeah,
I just need not too much distraction.
No, because, people ask me, Andrew, how can you just drive in silence? Why don't you listen to the radio? It's because when I turn on the radio, it's commercials, which I have no interest in listening to.
They're not that bad. Maybe if you listen to them, you'd like them.
Yeah, and when they do get to music, it's songs I don't like.
Yeah.
There's almost nothing on the radio that I actually like. I'm a music snob. That happens. I think that's a natural consequence of being a musician. Well, when you're a musician, when you're a singer and an arranger, and you know how music works, you get very particular about it. And it's like, you call that a chord structure?
Well, it's like
yes, my 2 chords in the entire song are a chord structure. 1 and 5 forever, baby. Yeah.
Well, it's like I was saying to you the other day that people will ask me, they're like, when someone sings, they're like, now is she good? And I'm like, did you like it?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Just, no, they're not good, but they're passable. All right.
It's like, dude, I've competed on the international stage. No, they're not good. I've heard good.
Yeah.
I've been roundly trounced by good,
Yes.
Although I have won gold twice, so. But in a chorus, so it's not like I won gold. It's
Thank God for that bass.
Yes. I don't know. They keep saying, Andrew, come back. We're competing again. We need you. I'm like, there's 75 of you. It doesn't matter if I'm there or not.
Aw, but you're so jovial.
Yes, I am the light of the Westminster Chorus.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, the last thing that I like that no one else does... Actually, the thing I'm going to mention does have its contingent of fans.
Oh.
They are loud, obnoxious. They are legion. But...
For they are many.
I don't run in any of those circles. In my circles...
Oh, dear.
Nobody likes Twilight. I love Twilight. And I'm sorry that it's over. I hope they remake Twilight soon. I hope they reboot Twilight.
Did you see all 4?
I haven't seen any of them. I'm not saying I like the movies. Or the books. I haven't read the books either. I'm sure I'd hate them. They look friggin' horrible. But I love Twilight, the whole franchise, because this franchise generates the most vitriolic-infused reviews and vlogs it has ever been my extraordinary pleasure to read or watch. I tell you, professional film journalists who are, hoity-toity, arty-farty.
Right.
We'll get to Twilight and go, this is a piece of crap that destroyed my childhood and raped my dog. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. People will grab a bottle of liquor, sit in front of their camera, and post a 2-hour rant while progressively getting drunker about how each and every one of these movies sucks and why, and it is just a glorious thing to behold.
That's fantastic.
So thank you, Twilight. I've never seen the movie or read the book, but you have provided me hours upon hours of lovely Schadenfreude-esque entertainment.
This is true. Oh, here we go. Will you come over here this time?
We're about done now, Jeremy.
Will you come to me this time? No? Okay. What if I petted you? Still no?
Hey guys, what you doing?
We do have enjoyments from time to time, but it's much more fun to hate things. That's not a moral. That's awful.
That's a horrible thing to say.
That's horrible.